Hello, everyone. Just waiting for some people to get here, and then we'll be starting off the chat for Wednesday night live chat. Hi, Dave. How's it going, Dave? Hello, Alex. Hi, Nancy. John. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not really used to this quite yet. This is my first time doing a live chat, so please bear with me as I try and get this figured out. Hello, Hastings. It's not quite 7 yet, so I'll give it a couple minutes, then we'll get into the subject for tonight. Hi, Chasco. Hello, Buck. So if I lean in like this, it's so I can read the chat. Hi, Roy. Yeah, it's just Nate here. Hi, William. Roy and John, do you mind if I make you moderators? Where you headed to, Roy? Hi, Norman. Or should I say, Norman Hello. I love that movie. Alright, so it's about, just about 5 after 7, so I guess we'll get this thing started. The topic for tonight is what you got. So this is going to focus on everyone's layouts, so I can learn about what you're modeling and how you're going about it. So the first question for the night is, let's see here. Do you have a layout? I'm Mike Thomas. To a point? What's that supposed to mean? Alright, I'll get into the details a little later. Hello, BNSF 1982. Okay, next question is going to be, what size is your layout? A lot of you have already answered that, but if you didn't, please let me know. Four by 6 feet, New Ferris Railroad. Yeah, I'm working on it because I'm trying to get used to this whole live chat thing. It's a lot different than being on the other side. Morton, HO HONS and Amtrak, 2018 plus, 12 by 16. Yeah, I know I've switched scales multiple times. I don't have a layout yet. I'm in the process of trying to come up with a design for one and get it down on paper and hopefully start construction by the end of the year. I just have a small spare bedroom to put the layout in. But hopefully, like I said, I'll get started before the end of the year. Okay, next question is going to be, are you modeling prototype or freelance? Hey, Sparky. Yeah, you're in your just Nate thing. Yeah, I get it. Hi, Nora. A 14 by 24 foot unit trick layout. 14 by 24 feet is pretty good size for an N scale. Okay, looks like got a few of you modeling freelance. My railroad, if you don't know, well, it's still in the planning stages, but it's going to be an HON3 short line railroad. Not sure about the size yet, but yeah, I have to get that figured out and get a plan down on paper and go from there. Yeah, but Sparky, isn't that going to be shared between like 3 different places? Like, how big is the room for your layout going to be? Okay, the next question here is which railroad are you modeling, and what's the name and theme of your railroad if you're doing a freelance railroad? Hold on, I need to send a text here quick. Sorry, my wife's truck broke down and she's waiting for AAA to come. Have fun with the new shed, Sparky. Yep, the show must go on. Yeah, well, like I said, AAA is on the way, so she was actually she's actually driving home from Harrisburg, and the check engine light came on and started smoking, so she pulled over and got to a place to check it out. Here, there's a hole in the radiator. So they filled it back up and told her to limp back home, but apparently that didn't work. Yeah, yeah, multitasking. That's not my greatest quality. That's one of my weak spots is multitasking. Well, luckily it looks like it was just a radiator, but they they wanted $400 to fix it, so yeah, this is going to take a lot of learning here. It is quite a big learning curve. Okay, so what era do you model? Me, I'm modeling the 30s. It's going to be a short line railroad in the 30s. Kind of struggling to get through the depression, but should be good. Hold on, let me check the text here. Sorry about this. This was not what I had in mind for tonight. Okay, yeah. So, this was all planned out. Yeah, okay. Yeah. How long have I been in the model railroad hobby? Well, let me see. When I was about 2 or 3, my dad set up the trains that he had when he was a kid, and that was an Athearn, I think it was an SW1, and some HM freight cars, and he had set up on a 4x4 sheet of plywood. Actually, no, I think he made the sheet of plywood after that, but yeah, he set them up on the kitchen floor. Yeah, HO. And let me run 'em, and then I was hooked ever since. So I've been actually, I guess you could say, truly model railroading for at least 25 years. I mean, my first real train set was a Lionel nickel plate flyer, and I've bounced around between scales. I had an HO layout at one point, and an N-scale layout, and then I messed around in a 130 for a little while, and then when Blackstone announced that they were going to be making the East Broad Top Poppers, I switched to HON3. But unfortunately, that was the only really mass-produced East Broad Top item that was available. So everything else I would have to scratch build. So I decided to just do freelance H13. That way I can just, you see, I can model more than just coal trains with like EBT did. Now I love EBT, it's my favorite railroad, and I would love to eventually model the entire line. But until then, I've settled on just doing the Tidehaven Valley. Okay, the next question. Why did you choose to model what you're modeling? Yeah, the first layout I had was my dad and my brother and I. It was a 4x8 with 2 loops, and they came together down to one track for a little while. I had a little yard and a siding for a town. That was HO scale. So that was the first layout I had. The N scale layout was maybe a 4x8 or a 5x10. That was the same deal. It was like I know it had a mountain and had a single track, went around the mountain, went up the mountain, over a bridge, and back down. Had a little town and a yard and a little siding for a couple industries. I did build a little N-scale layout just for something to do on an old 2x4 module that was supposed to be for a modular club, but then I never joined. So I had that, and I figured, I might as well just make something on it, and that was that. It was just a single loop with a siding, some industries, a little town, and a road that went up through the mountain. First, like 4x12 HOM. Yeah, I think maybe a lot of us, well, like I said, I started with a Lionel set, but I couldn't get past the fact that it had 3 rails. It was a little too toyish for me. So I never really got into the Lionel stuff. At one point, I did have a secondhand American Flyer set. I thought that was pretty neat. It was one of the older ones with the have you ever heard of Links? Yes. Actually, the one motor car that they have at Strasbourg is an old Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern. The Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern was actually originally a three foot gauge, and when Strasbourg got it, they they regauged the trucks to run on the standard gauge here. Yes, I am easily distracted. But yeah, I love anything narrow gauge, but I really love the East Broad Top, and that I would have to say that's my favorite railroad. Um, and when I modeled HO, well, I didn't really. It was kind of a mix of all kinds of things. Um, yeah, squirrel. Ooh, shiny thing. Now, when I modeled HO, I was kind of a mix of all my favorite railroads and engines. Um, I really like the Reading. That's my favorite standard gauge railroad is Reading. I think I had some CNJ and maybe a Lehigh Valley or two. But yeah, I've always liked the Reading also. Just because I grew up like probably about half an hour from Reading, and if any of you are still, yeah, if any of you are familiar with the Blue Mountain Reading and the Reading Blue Mountain Northern Railroad, well, when I was a kid, the Blue Mountain Reading ran tourist trains between Temple and Hamburg, and I used to like to go ride on that. Although that's actually a branch of the Pennsylvania Railroad. Um, but yeah, they had in the mid to late 80s, they had rail fan weekends, and they had the 425, the 2102, a couple of E8s running, um, some RDCs. It's a really neat railroad. Unfortunately, he decided to move on to concentrate on his freight business and formed the Reading Blue Mountain Northern, which took over a bunch of Conrail um, coal country lines that they were looking to get rid of. Okay, let's see here. Hey, what projects are you working on, or are you planning on working on soon? Yeah, I've been like a sponge. I've kind of soaked up over the years, but my one friend that works for the Reading Northern, he's actually like a walking um, encyclopedia of railroads. So I'm nothing compared to him. Yeah, the Crusader was neat. I don't know that I really like streamlined engines. I mean, I like the Crusader, but um, other engines that are streamlined, can take them or leave them. I really like, I like steam a lot. Casting resin plates for stairs and rock forms. Resin plates? What do you mean by resin plates? Yeah, I like the shades. So maybe a couple of years ago, after the stroke, my wife and myself and my dad and mom, we all went to Cass, West Virginia, and that was awesome. Um, you know, some of those grades are like 10%, and just to see and hear the engines working, trying to get up those grades, it's amazing. And the work they do to keep those shades running is amazing also. Shays, my dad likes Heislers. I like the Climaxes the most. Yeah, those are my favorites. Okay. Yes, if you get the chance, you have to go to Cass. It's an amazing ride. I think, well, the one day we took a trip up to Whitaker, and the next day we rode all the way up to Bald Knob. And once you get out to Bald Knob, it's a spectacular view. You can see for miles and miles and miles, as long as it's a clear day out. We also rode the Durban rocket that runs out of Durban, and unfortunately, the climax was down for repairs, so they had a shay that they brought over. A bald knob. Not bald mom, no. Hold on a sec. Yeah, bald knob and Whitaker. Well, right now I'm in McConnellsburg, which is in Fulton County. It's about maybe half hour, 45 minutes south of Orbizonia, where the EPT is headquartered. But unfortunately, it hasn't operated since 2011. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a very big football fan. Yes, my wife and I will be there on Saturday, and on Sunday, instead of going to the Horseshoe Curve, my wife and I are going to the Everett Railroad. They've restored Elko 260, number 11 that they run. So we're going to ride that. And I think Tom from Tom's Trains and Things, he's going to ride that also. Yeah, it really is a shame. Even all the locals are like, they want the railroad to come back. Because, whenever they'd have their fall spectacular or even just their regular running weekends, would bring a lot of people to the town. But unfortunately, the owner is looking to sell the railroad, and there wasn't a nonprofit organization that was set up. And if they could raise enough money to buy the railroad at the end of their lease, they would be able to purchase the railroad. Unfortunately, they didn't make enough money, and them and the current owner couldn't agree on a operating plan to keep it going. So right now, the Friends of the East brought up are just keeping keeping everything going. And they're still doing their restoration work and fixing up the buildings in Orbizonia and Rock Hill Furnace, all the shops buildings. Yeah, I don't think the Friends of the EBT would be interested in running that railroad. Yeah, it does really suck. I was there the last year. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend. Should be a fun time. Yeah, like I said, it hasn't run since 2011. Now, the funny thing was, 2011 they did a engineer, be an engineer program, and I really wanted to do that. And my wife, we didn't have the money at the time, but we were able to purchase tickets for the photo free. And here, after the photo free, she must have called to get EBT tickets for the be the engineer program for the next year, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're not running next year." So yeah, just missed a chance to run an East Broad up Mikado. I would have died happy that day. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just something about those narrow gauge Mikados. It just really like them, and I love number 15's whistle. Every time I hear that, it sends a shiver down my spine. Yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Oh, I'm gonna be running well, Blackstone will be the easiest for me because it's ready to run with DCC and sound. I have a C19. Um, I have a C19. I have a couple of the Roundhouse C25/C21 kits that I have to build, and I also have a brass C25 that I need to paint. So I have to figure out how I'm going to do that with, well, I had a stroke in 2016 and that affected my left side. So I don't have the fine motor control in my left hand. So it makes things a little tougher. So I have to figure out how to do that. Um, how do I pronounce my channel name? Dotton. Dotton Valley Railroad and Coal Company. Yeah, Nancy, it sometimes it really gets me. I try not to dwell on it too much, but when you're used to be able to when you're used to being able to do everything like you used to before this stuff happens, and then suddenly you can't, it's very frustrating. Yeah, in 2012, my wife and I went out for the soundtracks dealer training in Durango, Colorado. So we went out a couple days early and stayed a couple days later. And let's see, we rode the Cumbres and Toltec, the Durango and Silverton. That was part of the fee for the dealer training. Um, we rode the Georgetown Loop, the we went to the Colorado Railroad Museum, and we went to a couple other little railroads. But yeah, that was a real good time. We did the Cumbres and Toltec all the way from Cumbres to Antonito. After you get past, I can't think of the little stop. Oh, I didn't know you grew up there, Nancy. Well, at least he has enough to pay $600 for a salmon dinner. It'll be a little less now. All right, let's see if we can come up with and see. Well, that was it. Other than now, who's ready for Steamtown? Are there any plans for Friday night? I know there's a couple of attractions around Scranton. There's the Lackawanna Coal Mine Tour. That's neat. I went to Steamtown. A rail camp was held at Steamtown in, I believe it was 2000, and all the campers went on that little mine tour. That's neat. I would highly recommend that if you're looking for something to do. There's the mall if you're into shopping, which I'm not, unless it's a mile train store. Let me see. There's the Electric City Trolley Museum. That's neat. I would recommend that. Um, hmm. Can't really think of anything else off the top of my head at the moment. Hmm. I think what was it? The Hudson Mile Railroad Club is going to be after the dining car. Who all is going on the dining car experience? You know, my wife and I are signed up for that. One a.m. That's a little too early for me. Unless I stay up and don't go to sleep, but then I'll be sleeping later in the day, trying to catch up. Like I can actually stay up until like 6, 7 in the morning. I can stay up all night, but man, I hit a point where it's like I just sit on the recliner and pass out for about 4 hours. Hmm. Why? What's with the chat? The text is coming through. It's not coming through as white. It's like a dark color on the dark background. So it's very hard to read. Hmm. Yeah, I can't read the chat right now. Um, yeah, I have cataracts too, so um, I went to get my driver's license after we moved here from New Jersey. This was maybe about a month ago, and I failed their eye exam, so they sent me to, I had to go to an eye doctor and see about him having him fill out a paper to clear me to drive, and I flunked that test too, so apparently my cataracts have gone to the point where they need to be removed, so after the school year is over, I'm going to have them removed, and hopefully I'll be able to see a lot better. But apparently the eye doctor said I'm practically blind. But, you know, I don't see it, pun intended. Well, pun not intended, but I think I can see just fine to read the road signs and stuff, but see, I'm farsighted, so. Well, anyway, looks like it's getting close to time to end this. So, why don't you guys go ahead and start promoting your channels. I guess I'm up to 108 subscribers, and next month I'm gonna be starting a few new features and segments with the channels. I hope to be starting a layout design series, um, showing how I do my track planning and all that stuff, and going to be starting with some project builds, and I just need to get the all the clutter off the workbench, and I'll be good to go. Yeah, there's a lot of clutter on the workbench, and I still can't read the chat because the let me see. Yeah, I still can't read the chat because it's like a dark gray text showing up on the gray background. Not quite sure how to change that. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I can't figure out how to change this chat text. It changed over like maybe half or three quarters or two-thirds of the way through the yeah, I'm having fun, Sparky. Just you know, don't want to go too far into these people's Wednesday nights. Stop and start a second live stream. Yeah, I can. Well, that's more of a hassle to stop and start a second live stream, but let me try that. Should be right back, folks. I'm gonna try starting and stopping the stream again to see if I can get this chat to work itself out.